Hey guys, welcome back to a new trading week, Monday, 5th of July 2021. So we had NFP, non-farm payrolls on last Friday. So interesting, we should see USD weakness at the end of the day with this bearish engulfing candle here. Now, not just is it a bearish engulfing candle, but it's a bearish engulfing candle at resistance. This is trend line resistance with sellers coming in here, and again, just literally nearly coming into that trend line resistance there with that bearish engulfing candle. And we've already broken Friday's low, which could be significant as well. So we could be seeing some dollar weakness on the cards. Back into these lows here would be first kind of targets for me, and then if we break this level here, then potentially back into this trend line support here. So before I forget to tell you, it is a bank holiday in the USA today due to Independence Day on yesterday, July the 4th, but because it fell on a Sunday, we now have the bank holiday on the Monday, so today. Let me just show you that and bring the calendar over. There we go, USD bank holiday all day today. Do have some Aussie news coming out. Look at the early hours, so that is something to be aware of, especially if you're placing any trades tonight. And trade as per how you normally do around news. Do you trade around news announcements, or do you not? Okay, so you need to be aware of that news there at 5:30 a.m. These are UK times, by the way, guys. So if we're going to see potentially USD weakness, then we should be looking for potential buys on Aussie dollar, buys on euro dollar, pound dollar, Kiwi dollar, sells on dollar CAD, dollar Swiss, maybe dollar yen. But we have to look at the charts and see what's going on. We don't just sell the US dollar throughout. For instance, US dollar and the Japanese yen might be weaker than the US dollar, so we still have to look at that chart to find out what's going on. But almost the opposite of the dollar index is the euro dollar. So if we were looking at selling the dollar index, if the dollar index suggested that we were going to see weakness on USD, then we would be looking to buy euro USD. So let's have a look at that chart. Okay, here we can see that bullish candle here. So false break of this support here. So we had support, false break, closed above, and we've already broken the high. So are we going to see price come back into maybe these highs here around about 19 or 1.1965, maybe these highs here? So what could we do? That's on the daily chart. We can have a little look on the hourly chart to see what that is looking like. Okay, so I can see this low here, a lower low. Is this the first higher low? Potentially. So there is a key high here on H1 here. Okay, so important really to be able to break and close above that high for me, and then look for the retest of that level or trade the higher low. And what I mean by that is, looking for price to make a new high basically, and then looking for the higher low, which potentially could be retesting that level, and then looking to trade from here. So that would be the ideal scenario, unless of course you were a little bit aggressive today and picked out this level here, which you might have done because there was a break of a CTL. If I just delete this for a second, CTL, if you don't know what that stands for, counter trend line. So counter trend line there, look, we basically had an impulse, a little correction, impulse, correction, and then we had a solid close, 1 hour close outside of that CTL. If you'd have traded that, it'd probably been a buy stop above this candle and a stop below the low, so you'd be nicely in profit. Now we're just going to look, are we going to make a new high and then look for a correction? and then look to get in long on there. So that is looking like it's got some potential. Whether we see it today or not, we don't know. With that reduced liquidity in the market due to the US bank holiday, we will have to wait and see. Aussie dollar is pretty much the same. Just forget this, guys. This was an idea. If price was to come back into this zone here, potentially we could see a rejection, but I don't think that's going to play out. We've had a break of this trend line. Look, bullish move. It could still happen though. I'm not saying it won't, but this was just a suggestion that I was looking at when I was speaking to some other traders. You know, we might get that and then that. But this is mainly what's called an end of day trade. So if you can't trade in the day, literally can place a trade, you know, look at the markets once a day, look at those daily candles, and that would be the ideal scenario. Okay, we come back, test this level again, reject, and we see buyers come in, stops underneath this low. So that'd be, like I say, end of day traders who are going to trade once a day. But it's looking quite strong at the moment. Let's have a look at the pound. Yeah, same as euro dollar, guys. We've got this CTL here, which is broken. So does this mean it's going to go now, or with that reduced liquidity, is this going to be a false break and we're going to see more consolidation, more correction? We'll have to wait and see. Aussie yen looking similar to Aussie dollar. If I just show you what I've got here, we've got our support. Look, came into support again, false break. Seeing buyers come in, but we're finding a little bit of a resistance here, around about 83.63. Want to break that, form a new high, look for a higher low, and then look to trade that up into these highs here. Okay, you can already see actually a low and a higher low there. Need to see a higher high now, and the next higher low, looking to go long there. There's a nice little trend on pound CAD as well, just not talking about USD for a second. Hopefully you can see this impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse. Is this a correction and we're going to get another impulse down? There are these lows here, but I want to show you something which was quite interesting, because yeah, we've got this support here, which I'm just going to draw out for you. And yeah, maybe this was a false break, but I just noticed that price had tried to break down on a number of occasions and failed, but for the first time on Friday it did actually break and close below. So does that mean that the sellers are starting to creep in? So I am looking at pound CAD and looking for potential sell setups. This could be a false break though, so don't get me wrong, you know, have to be open to a few things there, but I can see that descending momentum, that downtrend here. Now if we were to break this high, then obviously the downtrend is has been broken, so then that's going to be a different kettle of fish, as they say. But right at this moment we're getting the high, lower high. In fact, that was the lower high, lower high. Looking for a next lower high here. Are we going to get it? So pound CAD, one to look out for as well. So there we go, guys. USD looks like we're going to get weakness. Are we going to see that follow through today with that lower liquidity in the market, or we might have to wait till tomorrow? We'll have to wait and see. Have a great day and speak to you tomorrow. Bye.